WTJU Charlottesville. Support comes from the Southern Environmental Law Center. Solutions to our greatest environmental challenges start in the South. Learn how SELC makes a difference at southernenvironmental.org. Well, welcome to the to the Around This Town show, our weekly tour of music available to you at all the various indoor and outdoor sites in the Central Virginia area, including many of the great music festivals happening this summer. In hour number 2, starting at 5 o'clock, we're going to be playing artists appearing at the Red Wing Festival. But first, we're fortunate enough to have a touring singer-songwriter from Tennessee, from Knoxville, for a special live appearance. Let me introduce to you and welcome to the WTJU stage, Mike Jones.
Thank you. Send you a postcard from my corner of the moon. Rather be returning soon to you. I'll write you letters when I'm down the waterfall. Heaven help me get 'em all to you. Something's telling me I'm gonna be a while longer. Will your heart be growing stronger too? Let the miles evaporate, I'm planning me a big escape. Nothing's keeping me away from you. When I tumble down, I'm on the ground, I hear the sound, I'll try to come around, but then again, no, I've been a fool a time or two, there's nothing new, I promise you we'll make it in the end. While I am lying here, not having the time of my life, I only want you near. I promise the moon and the stars in the sky. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. So don't feel lonely, I'm only just a thought away. By the way, I'm thinking of you now. I know I feel it too, I'm finding my way back to you. Gonna fly as soon as I learn how. When I tumble down, I'm on the ground, I hear the sound, I'll try to come around, but then again, no, I've been a fool a time or two, there's nothing new, I promise you we'll make it in the end. While I am lying here, not having the time of my life, I promise the moon and the stars in the sky. While I am lying here, not having the time of my life, I only want you near. I promise the moon and the stars in the sky. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll send you a postcard from my corner of the moon. Rather be returning soon to you.
You're just joining us, you've arrived at Around This Town. This is Mike Jones, who's performing live at the WTJU studios. Mike, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So you grew up in a military family.
Yes.
You were in the military yourself. You just
Yes.
made the big move from California to Tennessee. Tell us about it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, as a kid, and first of all, if you're in hindsight, it's the best thing that could have happened to me growing up in the military. And all the families that are in a military family deserve credit and thanks for putting up with the service member moving around as well. The longest I'd ever lived anywhere out of all that mix was a little country up north called Iceland. And the weather up there was conducive to learning to play a guitar because sometimes in the year you can't go outside. It's just so snowy. It's just so cold. But that experience growing up and moving around, there were other places in between there as well. But by the time I was out of high school, and I'm not doing that, so I joined the Navy. I showed them, and ended up doing that 25 years because I got too lazy to quit. And that has just been the most, I'm going to make this word up if it isn't already up there, but it was a very Odyssean journey. It was an odyssey for sure.
Well, we really appreciate you making the trip in here from Tennessee. I know you got a bunch of shows coming up. We'll talk about that for a second, but we're here to listen to you. What are we going to hear next?
Well, let's see. I'm going to deviate from the script that I thought I had in my head because, why not? And I'm going to do a song called Till We're Tumbling Down. Let's see if I can not tumble down from this. If you feel the original sin took out the way to the what might have been, now you're left here fighting all the phantom foes. One day when the world stopped turning, one day when your heart stopped churning, one day when you gotta shed the emperor's clothes. One day I hope you discover I won't fall in the arms of another. We both know we're half of each other's sky. Let's fly when the rain wants to gather. We won't cry 'cause we know it doesn't matter. There's no world where we can't get another try. And we'll try. So fly high with the getaway blues, a dry sky and the mud on your shoes. And if I find that I get to be the one you choose, one day I hope you discover I won't fall in the arms of another. We both know we're half of each other's sky. Let's fly when the rain wants to gather. We won't cry 'cause we know it doesn't matter. There's no world where we can't get another try. And we'll try. I'll keep searching for the Catholic rose. I'll keep searching where the cold wind blows. And if you're down, we can go where nobody knows. One day, I hope you discover I won't fall in the arms of another. We both know we're half of each other's sky. When the rain wants to gather, we won't cry 'cause we know it doesn't matter. There's no world where we can't get another try. And and we'll try till we're tumbling down, 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 tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
That's Till We're Tumbling Down with Mike Jones here on the WTJU stage. By the way, if you would like to see if Mike looks like he sounds, we are broadcasting on our YouTube channel and also on Facebook. He's a good-looking guy, so we're in good shape. Hey, so you traveled all over the world and all over the U.S., and it seems like your musical influences are pretty wide. Can you talk about that for just a second?
Sure. If you're not a musician, well, anyway, I'll talk about mine. When I was about the age of 12, we were stationed in this little place called Bermuda. You know, poor us. You can't get anybody to feel sorry for you on a place like that. And I have older brothers. I had an older brother who had a mixtape, which, go Google that, kids. You know, get an education, a mixtape, change your life. And he had a mixtape, and all it scrawled on it was the word Ramones. And I was like, what is this? And I played it. What is this? You know, and it just happened to be on the last track of an album of theirs called Too Tough to Die. And the song was called No Go. And it changed my life because it was just a 3-chord rock song, which 3 chords, rockabilly, old rock and roll. But that was the first time I'd heard it. And I swore they invented it. So even now, I'm a little convinced they might have had something to do with the invention of this thing. And it just blew my head off, just crazy. The Ramones. I forgot the question.
It's funny. Well, we're just talking about your influences being so wide and varied from the Ramones to the Beatles.
Yes.
You know, in some of the songs that I've been listening to that you have written and performed, I mean, there's just so many kind of Beatle influence type sounds in those songs.
Hey, if you're going to be compared to anybody, that's the biggest compliment. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we wish you their luck.
Yeah, well, not all of their luck, you know. Some of them had some bad luck. But anyway, no, I mean, I defy any band or any musician, at least playing a guitar or anything, to come close to what they have created. You know, to me, they're Mount Olympus, never to be reached and summited, but you always got to keep trying. That's the whole point. And I'm sure they would say the same thing about Elvis or somebody like that. And Elvis would say the same thing about the Ramones because, you know, Elvis stole 3-chord rock and roll from the Ramones. We went over this.
And of course, Paul and Ringo are still making music today. So,
yeah, right? You know, you're never too old. Never too old.
Well, we're here to hear you.
Thank you.
So what are we going to hear next, Mike?
I'm going to do another one because I've got the capo here. And I think I'm going to do this one called Hibernate, just because. And a 1, 5, 3. When the sky is falling and the rivers have run dry, when the emptiness is calling, no need to ask me why. 'Cause when you find you cast no shadow, when you face the sun and try, will you hibernate and gather wings until you learn to fly? Until you learn to fly. But you don't have to sit and wonder when you feel you're going under. Just sing la la. I'll meet you on the long way down. La, la, la. I'll meet you on the long way down. When the clock is ticking but the songbird just won't sing. Will you sail on through the water till you don't feel anything? 'Cause when you find you cast no shadow, when you face the sun and try, will you hibernate and gather wings until you learn to fly? Until you learn to fly. And when you feel that cold wind blowing, know I'm always on your side. You don't have to sit and wonder when you feel you're going under. Just sing la la. I'll meet you on the long way down. La la la. I'll meet you on the long way down. La la la. I'll meet you on the long way down. La la la. I'll meet you on the long way down. So just sing, just breathe, just be. Just sing, just breathe, just be. Just sing, just breathe, just be. Just sing, just breathe, just be.
If you're just jumping in the car and heading home, you're listening to Mike Jones on Around This Town at WTJU in Charlottesville. Hey, you know, we were talking about recording, and technology has made making records and music and songs and albums so much different than before. Tell us a little bit about your studio and how you're recording music. You're not back in Johnny Cash's cabin or anything like that.
No. It's very, very DIY, lo-fi. And in fact, I call it Shabby Road Studios just because it happens to be wherever I am. But it's literally me and a laptop. That's it.
And then you drop those tracks. How do you record the tracks, and where do you put them?
I have a software program that I use called Audacity, and it's just multi-track, and literally just one at a time, record, layer it up. And 9 times out of 10, it's just me and the acoustic guitar. And if it gets a little complicated, like I can't play a cello, so I asked a friend of mine, hey, can you play cello on this? Sent her the file. She sent back her take, which was amazing, and it's the one that's in the song called Unbroken.
Yep.
Or drums. If drums get a little technical, I got a buddy down the street, and I'll be like, hey, man, could you play drums on this? And I like to mess with him because he's really technical and likes to get it just right. And I'll be like, let's just do a rehearsal. And he'll play the rehearsal, and I'll be like, thanks, and I'll leave because I've recorded it on my phone, and it drives him nuts, but it's usually the best take. And then go back to the laptop, back to Shabby Road Studios, put it all together, and then just bounce it down into a single file, like a WAV or an MP3. And then I use GarageBand, and I just master it in GarageBand, which is just fancy engineer talk for make it louder, or as loud as the radio will let you go before they cut you off. But master it in GarageBand, and then upload it to the universe.
It's amazing how that process has changed as opposed to spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on studios.
Oh, man. I mean, it's been about 100 years, but back then you used to have to literally sell your soul to the devil in order to get a record contract. Now it's like anybody with a laptop can do it. And everybody that with a laptop that plays music usually does do it.
Well, it sounded really good. We got to get another song in. What's up next, Mike?
Oh, man. Pressure. Okay. Let's see. I'm at Capo 4. I'm going to get a little technical here and go out on a limb because if it's safe, it's not rock and roll, is it? This doesn't really sound rock and roll either. But anyway, this is a song called Lost in a Lullaby. She might know everything there is to know about the flowers. She might know every single drop inside the sea. She might know every star of every constellation, but she'll never know just what that smile does to me. She may read every line of prose ever published. She may admire all the art there is to see. She may walk 1,000 miles until her shoes are rubbish, but she'll never see just how that smile is killing me. Maybe someday she and I'll be lost in a lullaby. Yeah, yeah. Maybe someday she and I'll be lost in a lullaby. Maybe someday she and I'll be lost in a lullaby. Maybe someday she and I'll be lost in a lullaby. Maybe someday she and I'll be lost in a lullaby.
That's really nice, Mike. Thanks very much.
You can't see it from where we are, but there's silent clapping going on in the back.
Oh, you can clap as loud as you want. That's okay. Yeah, we have a few people here in the studio. Yeah. Hey, I know that you've got some shows coming up, but where can people find your music so that, they're listening today and enjoying what you're doing? They'd surely like to find you.
Well, I was blessed to be born, first of all, and then I was blessed to be born with the name Michael Jones. And then I was cursed with taking that name and thinking, you know what, I'm going to go into music with a name like Michael Jones. Google that, and if you get through the 50 billion phonies that are out there and find me, I changed it. I just put it out all under one word. I spell it Mikuljoanz. One word, like a kindergartner would spell it. Just to make it easier. But it's out there on Spotify, Apple, and all the other usual suspects.
Okay, spell that one more time.
Mikuljoanz.
Perfect. And you've got some shows coming up. Where are you be playing?
29th of June, I'll be at the Hard Rock Cafe in Pigeon Forge. And then I'll have to consult ye old notepad, but I've got some dates in Knoxville coming up. Anyway, just keeping busy playing.
That's awesome. And, it's just so great to get the feedback from people that are watching you and listening to you and actually clapping loud, not silent clap. So that's good. All right. Hey, we've got time for at least one or two more.
Okay.
Why don't we move forward? You're listening to Around This Town here on WTJU. And we have Mike Jones here in studio.
running from these blues. Gotta earn all the holes in my shoes. Now I'm going where the sky and sea collide. Gotta find me a new place to hide from all those keeping the score. In a game I should have left long before. Now I'm going off to follow the sun. Journey feels long, but it's only just begun. Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, till I make it through? Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, like I waited for you? Can we start anew? All we need is another point of view. Now I'm going off to follow the sun. The journey feels long, but it's only just begun. Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, till I make it through? Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, like I waited for you? Let the dream become clearer, the day will draw nearer, the fear will recede, and I'll still believe that you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, till I make it through. Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, like I waited for you? Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, till I make it through? Will you wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, and I'll keep waiting for you. I'll keep waiting for you. I'll keep waiting for you. I keep waiting for you. Too kind, too kind.
It took a little while, but we got there. Hey, if you are just joining us, you can catch this entire show by Mike Jones on WTJU.net. Just look in the archives and you'll be able to watch this show from Mike. Hey, if people that are viewing can see that you're left-handed, so you basically took a guitar that was made for a right-handed player and restrung it. Is that right?
I started playing guitar at 12, and then at 12 and 1 month, I put the guitar down because it wasn't working. And then when I was about 17, I was up in Iceland, and for whatever reason, I looked at the little, when you get a cheap little guitar, it's got this little Xerox piece of paper of like a Mr. Rogers clone playing it, and it's like, impress your friends with guitar at parties. And I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, that idiot's got his pickguard on the wrong side. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm the idiot. Oh, and these strings are, oh. And I thought it was like clipping mattress tags, like it's illegal to change the strings. So I pulled the curtains down, and I swapped the strings around, tuned it up, put my fingers where the dot said to go. And again, the clouds parted. And I think for about 3 months solid, all I did was just play the first chord that I learned. And that was it. And yeah, I've got friends that would come over and literally just watch me be semi-comatose, just like, just playing the guitar and just playing. I can't hear you. I'm here. It was kind of like Stranger Things, the kid's in the upside down, but he's like laying there all weird. And they're like, where is he? He's like, he's playing guitar.
There's a lot of famous left-handed guitar players, so you are not alone. So, hey, listen, we want to thank you for coming in here to the WTJU studios.
I want to thank you for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. We've got time for one more song. And what are we going to hear this time, Mike?
Well, you said it. This is one called Not Alone. I mean, I was like, I don't have an idea what I'm going to play, but you just called it out. So this is called Not Alone. How long has it been since you took a look within? Did you feel the light grow dim deep inside? How hard have you tried to take it all in stride, to discover you've denied yourself again? Listen to the breeze, does it bring your spirit ease? Is it curing the disease you tried to hide? How far will you go till you're far enough to know you've been following the glow that's deep inside? And when all that you have abandon's now demanding all your energy, no mystery abound, all this loss will soon be found. I hope you know you are not alone. I hope you know you are not alone. So how long has it been since you took a look within? Did you feel the light grow dim deep inside? How hard have you tried to take it all in stride, to discover you've denied yourself again? When all that you have abandon's now demanding all your energy, no mystery abound, all this loss will soon be found. I hope you know you are not alone. Open up your eyes when you choose to lose the old disguise. I hope you know you are not alone. I hope you know you are not alone. In a cold, cold world tonight, when you feel that you don't matter, all your dreams begin to shatter now. In a cold, cold world tonight, let me be there, let me be there. So listen to the breeze, does it bring your spirit ease? Is it curing the disease you tried to hide? How far will you go till you're far enough to know you've been following a glow that's deep inside? When all that you have abandon's now demanding all your energy, no mystery abound, all this loss will soon be found. I hope you know you are not alone. Open up your eyes when you choose to lose the old disguise. I hope you know you are not alone. I hope you know you are not alone. I hope you know you are not alone.
You've been listening to Mike Jones from the WTJU studios on Around This Town. Appreciate Mike stopping in today. It's been a really good experience having Mike in the studio, and we look forward to seeing him again sometime soon.